Hi everyone, welcome to this episode of Wine Terroir. On this episode, we're going to be talking about Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand. We're talking New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, and the birthplace of New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, which has in the last 20 years become an archetype of white wine, is Malborough, New Zealand, which is in the south of the two islands in New Zealand. Right on the eastern side of the South Island, right after the strait that separates the two islands. And I can't remember the name of the strait, but I'm sure I'll put it in the comments up above here. What makes New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc interesting? For one thing, the grapes there can be ungrafted because there's no official phylloxera in most of the region, and they can be grown on their own rootstocks, which from my experience of tasting things has been a good thing. The other thing is it's a fairly cold climate in the nighttime and then a warm climate in the daytime due to its elevation. And there's a large temperature differential between the daytime and nighttime temperatures called a diurnal shift that lets the grapes sleep and actually increases the acidity in the grapes and actually helps some grape flavor profiles come out. One of the wines that put New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc on the map was Cloudy Bay. And we're going to be tasting a wine from Greywacke, which is the winemaker Kevin Judd, who started his career about 25 years from the inception of Cloudy Bay, which is the place that put New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc on the map. And so we're going to be tasting his wine, and he basically left Cloudy Bay to start Greywacke, and he's acquired a number of great vineyard sites. And we're going to be tasting his entry-level Sauvignon Blanc. Okay, so for the first thing you're going to notice with this wine is the color. This is a pale lemon green color. I don't really use the term lemon green very often. Sauvignon Blanc, especially from New World Sauvignon Blanc, is one of the wines that kind of most embodies that color. In terms of the nose, the intensity, it's definitely a pronounced nose. It's really jumping out of the glass. And I'm getting aromas of lime zest, grassy notes, green beans, quince, gooseberry, even green grapes. And I do get a slightly like savory note that I call salted sunflower seeds that I get on some reductive wines. So let's give this a taste. So although it's pronounced on the nose, I'm getting medium plus intensity on the palate. The wine is bone dry. There's a lot of things going on the palate. Still, it's medium plus intensity. In terms of acidity, it's high, and super clean, laser-like acidity. Call it medium plus alcohol. I believe it's 13%. And then the the body of the wine is medium minus. It's a little thin. Not the greatest example. And I don't think it's trying to be a super round, voluptuous wine. It is trying to be, super clean and refreshing. Something you drink, you definitely need to have chilled. And on the flavor profile, still getting the grassy green beans, quince, gooseberry, citrus, lime, lemon zest. There's maybe a little bit of Granny Smith apple as well. The finish is medium length. I actually really like the finish, and for me overall, this is a solid wine. It's not rocking my world. It's not ridiculously complex, but I called 87, 88 points, and I think I'm going to give it 88 points because the previous Sancerre I gave 86, and I think this is give a little shoulder above where that wine stands, so we'll give it a 2-point bump. Well, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please give us a like and smash that like button at the bottom. And if you really like the episode, please subscribe. And otherwise, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And thanks for watching. Cheers.